This week, Joe Gibbs Racing was hit hard with penalties after a post-race test inspection. Plus, we're going to get you up to speed in the world of racing. Hi, I'm Rob D'Amico.
And I'm Michelle Ray Hall, and this is the Channel Shift Weekend Update. The Joe Gibbs Racing members were accused of manipulating the accelerator pedal so full throttle horsepower couldn't be seen. This team was in effect gutted. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch are starting all over at Bristol this weekend. Can Kyle Busch fight for a win, and can Logano show his stuff? It remains to be seen. What do you think?
You better believe it's going to hurt him. 7 Joe Gibbs Racing members gone. It's definitely going to hurt this team. All right, in the Cup Series, Bristol may be a different track, but it's still a points bonanza for somebody looking to make it in, and bust for somebody who's hanging on to that top 12. Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards will fight for another win, while Boyer, Casey Kane, and Denny Hamlin will fight to keep themselves and improve their positions. Can Hendrick, Roush, or RCR make the difference here?
I think it's RCR because of Boyer sitting on the outside struggling to get in. No, he needs to be there. Runs well at Bristol, and so does RCR in general. Well, this weekend marks the first street race in years to be added to the schedule as the Formula One gang heads to Valencia, Spain for the European Grand Prix. I can taste the paella and the Spanish wine now. The track is brand new and no one knows what to expect other than it's not a slow speed track, so low downforce is the only thing the teams have to go on before qualifying on Saturday. The 25-turn, 3.4-mile track is a departure from the tracks on the modern-day schedule. Look for horsepower to be a premium, and you and I both know McLaren's got a 25-horsepower advantage right now.
Yes, they do. All right, in the wake of the great Penske fire, can Helio Castroneves make his mark in Infineon this weekend? If you haven't already heard, the trailer carrying the Penske cars, along with millions of dollars of other equipment, burned to the ground in Wyoming. The team is converting their speedway cars over to the road course specs, but no one knows what to expect from these chassis. Helio can't buy himself a break.
It's tough. I cannot believe that. That was a huge loss. Millions of dollars up in smoke. It was terrible. Now look for the transition drivers at Infineon to make a mark here, as 2 new turns have been added to this famous California track.
The Grand Am Parade swings through Infineon as well, and Purcell and Wilkins will look to go for the hat trick, but not if Ganassi or the Game Code crew have anything to say about it.
That's exactly right. But look for the breakout team to be Brumos Porsche, but do not discount the horsepower that AIM Motorsports found with their Ford Riley and the talent of Purcell and Wilkins.
The ALMS heads to Motorsport Canada this weekend with the Penske Porsches anxious to redeem themselves after being defeated 2 weeks ago at Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin by the Audi 1-2 finish. But the Audis, they don't go down without a fight, and either does the Acuras in Highcroft Racing.
Highcroft has done a good job, I'll have to admit. In the other news, GP2 races at Valencia will take place with the points favoring Giorgio Pantani and Bruno Senna, the nephew of the late world champion Ayrton Senna.
That's pretty neat. In Indy Lights, we'll take the flag with Richard Antonucci and Rafael Matos going for the title. The track's different this year, so look for the race to be a little different. So much is on the line with these guys.
It really is. 2 turns have been changed. I think it's going to be a very interesting race. In AMA Motocross, it goes around again this weekend in Southwick, Massachusetts. And Bubba Stewart, can he go all the way? Is this the end of his winning streak? He's won every race so far.
And he's going to keep on going at this point. Can anyone take on Donnie Schatz in the World of Outlaws? They head to the Oil City race in Edmonton, Canada this weekend. He's got 12, count them, 12 race wins in 08. And the next competitor is Jason Myers with 7. They love their Outlaws in Canada.
Yes, they do. Odie Kolodi. Off this week, trucks, ARCA, KONI, the National Hot Rod Association, MotoGP, AMA Superbikes, World Superbike, and USAC.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Speed TV calendar. Remember, all times are Eastern here. On Friday on Speed, 8 a.m., F1 practice at 12 p.m., Sprint Cup practice, 2:30 p.m., NASCAR trackside, 3:30 p.m. is Sprint Cup qualifying, and at 5 p.m., nationwide qualifying.
And Saturday on Speed at 8 a.m., Formula One qualifying. You do not want to miss that. 11 a.m. is NASCAR's trackside, 3:30 p.m., Trade and Paint, that's a good one. 4:30 p.m., NASCAR in a Hurry. 5 p.m. NASCAR race day.
Sunday on Speed, 7:30 a.m. the F1 European GP, 12 p.m. the Rolex Series heads to Infineon. That's going to be a great race there. 3 p.m. the ALMS at Motorsport. 7 p.m. it's the Speed Report. 8 p.m. Bristol Victory Lane. And as always, Wind Tunnel at 9 p.m. That wraps up the TV schedule. Now on the radio, you can listen to us on Race Day on Fox Sports Radio with Michelle and I on 220 Fox affiliates, XM Radio Channel 142, and the American Forces Network. For Michelle Rayall, I'm Rob D'Amico. Thank you for watching.